Ickle Pickle Magic fans, DJ here at Ickle Pickle. We're here in the Masterpiece Theater. I wanted to jump on and share something with you that has been on my mind for several days because it's been a little while since I've talked about it, and now we are quickly approaching summer. And many performers, they perform year-round, but there's a lot of guys that focus a lot on summer, and there is a lot, maybe extra opportunity for shows in the summertime, specifically for children's performers. Not just for children's performers, because there's a lot of fairs and festivals that go on, but there are a lot of great opportunities for children's performers because of summer school programs and because of summertime programs in preschools and daycares. There are many preschools and daycares that throughout the school year, they have everything below kindergarten, but during the summertime, they have the older siblings. They have extra programs and on and so forth. Years ago, and I'm a person that has always written everything down that worked and everything that didn't work to keep notes on that for myself, so I can fine-tune my marketing and keep a full show calendar. And many times people have asked me, how are you doing so many shows? How have you done this? And people are always curious, especially people that are non-performers. They think it's mind-blowing that somebody can make a full-time living being a magician. They think this is just like a hobby. And of course, they want to pay for your program with exposure. But anyway, that's for another time. And so years ago, I wrote and published the first book, Insider Secrets Direct Mail Marketing for Magicians. And this was a book that did not specify, it didn't get, specific on like if it was children's shows or shows for businesses. This was on mailing techniques. This dealt with getting your mailing opened instead of going to the trash, regardless of who your target audience was. And so if you were mailing schools, if you were mailing churches, if you were mailing preschools, whatever it was, this was how to make an effective mailing and what information should be covered and how to get it opened. And this is what I began to build from the time that I was 11 years old. When I first started performing magic, my mom and dad, they said, hey, how about we mail letters to places telling them about your magic shows? Well, it worked. And we started finding out what worked and what didn't work. This is the system that I built over 20 years. And so anyway, more recently, I wrote this. And this is the pinnacle of everything that I have written. This is the pinnacle of all the marketing material, and this does focus on entertaining children. This focuses on school assemblies and preschool and daycare shows and birthday party shows. And it teaches you how to use the birthday party shows to generate school shows and school shows to generate birthday party shows and vice versa and all of this. Anyway, this is how a person can make a six-figure income every year, make over $100,000 a year easily. Well, I don't want to say easily because it's a matter of elbow grease. It's not automatic. If you're lazy, none of this material will work. This will not work at all for people that don't want to put in the time and the work. For people that don't mind working for a living, which is sorely lacking in our country today, this works very, very well, and I can attest to it. And so a person can make $100,000 maybe without too much work other than the physical work of putting the mailing together and performing. But a person could definitely make $200,000, $250,000 a year if they wanted to put in the time and apply the principles that are inside. That is called Rich Kid, make six figures, just entertaining children. And it is awesome. Now, I increased the amount of money that I was generating, the amount of income that I was generating off of my existing shows by sometimes as much as 100%, sometimes 150%. I was doing birthday party shows where they would pay me to do the show, and then I made more than that after the show selling stuff to the kids at the birthday party show. You say, oh, merchandise sales in somebody's home at a birthday party? There is a way. As a matter of fact, it is very rare that I do any type of a show that I am not selling merchandise. In the performers world, we call it BOR, back of room sales. But what all of us needed as performers was a back of room education. This book is Back of Room Education, Board to Wealth. This is how to greatly increase the amount of money that you are making right now as an entertainer by making merchandise available at the end of your shows. This tells you what to sell. It tells you where to get it. It tells you how to price it. It tells you when in the show to sell it. It tells you how to manage the sales part of it in your table. It tells you absolutely everything. Hello, Mark from Silver Dollar City in my favorite city, Branson. Silver Dollar City is my favorite city within my favorite city. But anyway, so I wrote, when this started working for me, I wrote Board to Wealth. Now, during the pandemic, a friend of mine, he said, why don't you take this downtime and put together a book in preparation for people for getting back to work when the pandemic is over. Is it over? Oh my goodness, how it's changed the world. Anyway, I took that time and I wrote Jumpstart. And this is a workbook with a lot of fill in the blanks. This is the difference between a magic show and a pile of your favorite tricks. Thank you, Steve, and I believe that as well. Many of you have already gotten these. A lot of magicians, they pick out their favorite tricks, they throw it in a Rubbermaid tub, and they roll out to the birthday party or the school or the business, and they call that box full of tricks their magic show. That's not what makes a magic show. And so we need to learn the difference between being able to demonstrate our favorite tricks one after the other, and what makes a show, what makes entertainment, live entertainment. This is an entire, should I call it a course? Maybe not quite a course, but this is resuscitating the heart of your magic career. This is how to have a great show. This is about the business end. Also, this is about the selection of effects that we'll use. This is about practice time and the right way to practice and hanging every effect in your show on a chain that has a beginning and a middle and an end. This covers it all. This covers sound systems and rolling carts and tables and keeping track of bookings and on and on and on and on and on. There is also a free book inside of here. At the end, it is Jumpstart Your Creativity. And this deals with writer's block, or in our case, magician's block. Have you ever hit an obstacle in your shows or show building and you thought, I know that I know how to pull this off. I know that I know how to create a routine or an effect, but I can't get my creative juices to flow. This is how to put a demand on your creativity. And this is very practical. What's it going to cost you? Nothing. It's included in this. And it's several pages. Probably I should call it an article instead of a book. It teaches about left brain, right brain, and how creativity and imagination actually work. And it tells you some ways to put some demands on that, some shortcuts to break through. And so that is really, really good. So that's those that I've written. And in last year, we released the master volume, The Fantastic Four. Insider Secrets Fantastic Four. This is the least expensive way to grab all four of these. And so this is a way to get all four together all at once for an extremely discounted cost and put all of it to work for you immediately. So summertime is coming up and people are needing this information. If you want to fill your calendar with preschool, with daycare, with summer school programs, with birthday parties, on and on and on and on and on, this is the information you need, and it's extremely discounted right now at icklepicklemagic.com. And so as soon as you close this out, I'll put a link in the comments. Go to icklepicklemagic.com, grab these immediately, and we will get them right out in the mail to you. And so thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. icklepicklemagic.com, type in Insider Secrets, and you'll see everything that we have to offer and the discounts. And I will see you real soon.